Hi, this is Chapter 4 of Leading a High Reliability School. Chapter 4 is entitled Guaranteed and Viable Curriculum. What is it we want students to know? A guaranteed curriculum is a curriculum in which students will receive the appropriate education regardless of who is teaching it. A viable education or curriculum is a curriculum addressed in the allotted time available for teachers. In order for students to receive a guaranteed and viable curriculum, teachers require support with time and resources. Marzano states there should not be so much guaranteed content that it makes it impossible for teachers to address it effectively. There are 6 indicators that ensure a guaranteed and viable curriculum. Remember, with the indicators, there are leading and lagging indicators. Leading is the action, while lagging is the result of the action. It is important for leaders to implement or require these 6 indicators to achieve a guaranteed and viable curriculum. Leading indicator 3.1. The school curriculum and the accompanying assessments adhere to state and district standards. Marzano states, as presently written, most curricula encourage and enable teachers to do the worst possible thing, work alone. There are 3 interrelated types of curriculum. They are intended curriculum, which a curriculum that deals with the national, state, and district standards. There is implemented curriculum, which depicts what is being taught in the classroom. And attained curriculum, which is what is learned in each grade level or course. Leadership needs to make sure the intended curriculum is the implemented curriculum. Curriculum documents should be created and accessible to staff in deciding what students should learn. Staff and leaders should collect and review common assessments to observe alignment to intended curriculum. And staff should use pre- and post assessments that help leaders determine if they are aligned with the intended curriculum. As a result of this indicator, leaders will observe teachers having unit plans available, and they will also have documents that reveal curriculum taught and assessments given that need to be accessible to staff. Leaders can use a scale as an indicator to see how effective this indicator is, and also to monitor if the curriculum and assessments correlate with the intended curriculum. Leading indicator 3.2. The school curriculum is focused enough that teachers can adequately address it in the time they have available. This is the viable part of the curriculum. Teaching versus covering. How can we make sure schools are teaching material and not just covering it? Because covering material seems to be a common practice. There are not enough days of student contact to fully teach all standards. So, with that, there's the creation of essential, also known as priority standards. Teachers will create essential standards based on endurance, leverage, readiness, teacher judgment, and assessment, according to Marzano. As a result of this indicator, there will be the use of the proficiency scale to measure the statement of implementation of the leading indicator, but also the use of the curriculum audit to analyze the time taken to teach each standard. If staff are to have successful consequences, leaders have to allow them time to create standards and time to teach the right content or prepare to do so. Leading indicator 3.3. All students have the opportunity to learn the critical content of the curriculum. A guaranteed curriculum resembles students being placed in different rooms of the same courses and receiving the same effective learning by different teachers. To make sure that all students are receiving the same education, there has to be a commonality of the assessments and the lesson plans. Marzano states vocabulary knowledge is so foundational to content knowledge that it should be the focal point of the curriculum. Two ways to ensure a guaranteed curriculum is the implementation of a vocabulary program that's comprehensive, but also providing direct instruction in knowledge application and metacognitive skills. Marzano states cognitive and metacognitive skills are imperative in addressing college and career readiness that equips students. As a result of this indicator, the team should be able to submit evidence of their vocabulary and of their essential standards. And leaders should be able to monitor these programs and practices to make sure the essential standards have been created and they are effective. They should also monitor some of the same courses they have to see if they have similar outcomes from different teachers, and also to make sure teachers have reached a consensus on the essential standards. Leading indicator 3.4. Establishing clear and measurable goals that are focused on critical needs regarding improving student achievement at the school level. What is a SMART goal? Collaborative teams should construct SMART goals that align with district and school goals. The focus of SMART goals are achievement and successful learning of students. So what exactly are SMART goals? They are strategic, measurable, attainable, results-oriented, and timely goals. SMART goals should reach achievement or should do so with the implications of successful learning. As a result of this indicator, SMART goals should be shared among staff members, and they should be written, and they should be written so that they are addressed in time and they are able to be measured. Leaders should be able to monitor the indicators and the programs by making sure goals are created in a timely fashion and measurable to be effective for student learning. Leading indicator 3.5. The school analyzes, interprets, and uses data to regularly monitor progress towards school achievement goals. There are 3 important assessments that go on within schools. Marzano states that these are systems of assessments. The first is classroom assessments. Classroom assessments can be valid if they are used with pre and post tests. Classroom assessments are not recommended as the best assessment to rely on due to so many biases and little preparation. Interim assessments, they can be used to set goals and monitor progress. And year-end assessments, according to Marzano, gauge how well schools and districts are performing with respect to state standards. The result of this indicator are leaders can monitor common assessments of teams as validation of this indicator, while also providing visual representation of growth for all staff. Leaders can support teams to monitor the progress, or they can elect the guiding coalition to analyze the data toward the school achievement. Leading indicator 3.6. The school establishes appropriate school and classroom level programs and practices to help students meet individual achievement goals when data indicate interventions are needed. The implementation of these practices need to respond quickly to meet a student's needs. Intervention versus extension. Both are essential to meet the needs of each learner. Marzano states any system of intervention for students will only be as effective as the process that is in place, both to monitor student learning, but also to respond when students experience difficulty. This is only effective with the PLC process being implemented within the school. And it has to be in a timely fashion that it is responded to, and it has to be flexible so it can regulate the process. As a result of this indicator, leaders will see every kid having an opportunity to receive intervention, extension, and to master standards to achieve success. Also, this should cause, or should have already caused, the schedule to be changed to benefit response to intervention to take place, so intervention and extension practices can occur. Leaders should be able to see this program in place showing growth or success, and it can be measured. The growth and success can be measured. So what is it we want students to learn? We want all students to have a guaranteed and viable curriculum. As leaders of our school, we have to monitor and adjust with our vision and our collective commitments being priority. We have to collect data and utilize it effectively. We have to implement the 6 indicators of a viable and guaranteed curriculum to see the results of our efforts. And we have to never stop. If we struggle, we get up, we revise it, but we always keep going.